Hey there everyone, That Sexy Nerd is back again, and we're here with a special video, little short special video that I thought we'd do. Your girl Tunes here has decided to finally go after Dupli-Fraught. She loves her Invincible stuff, and it's funny that, you know, she finally did this. I wonder when the hell the A-Kane video is gonna show up. You know I'm hitting that up as soon as I can, by the way. As soon as all this is over, as soon as I edit Invincible episodes 1 through 3, I'm sure within the next few days he's probably going to do it. So yeah, I can't get my stuff out as quick. So, you know, it sucks, but whatever. But anyway, check out my shorts. I'm already doing shorts on Invincible, trying to do what I can. And yeah, I gotta get paid, guys, you know, so show up and help me out and get this channel bigger than it ever can be, because we deserve it. We honestly deserve it. We deserve to get our names out there. We deserve to get our voices out there. So yeah, Dupli-Fraud. I actually made a short about her being you know, full of shit, because there was something that she said in season 3 that really pissed me off. And again, I kind of read the comics sparingly. Again, I mean, I showed up for Conquest. I read all that, but as soon as that ended, I kind of, this grace period that we have between season 4 and the Viltrumite War that's coming up, I kind of just skip over. I kind of go into the whole episode. What is it that, you know, where they explain how the Scourge virus screwed everything up and everything, but, you know, then I skip all the way over to, you know, the Viltrumite War and, you know, things that happened there. So we're gonna wait for that one though. Again, this season, probably one of my favorite storylines of the entire Invincible saga, and I'm really excited that it's been going on. And again, going back to what I said before, there's one character that really pissed me off by something that she said. She's like, you know, Dupli-Fraught. She said, I went through as much as you did. And she literally said that to both Rex and, what's her name? Shrinking Ray. And I'm like, I remember, I was like, what? You know, even I was like, what? And, you know, they didn't really attack her for it. They kind of like just let it go by the wayside because everybody was arguing at the time. But, yeah, she's so full of shit. I mean, she literally technically never had any pain, because the way her freaking powers work is that, you know, she, as long as she keeps a copy of herself somewhere, she can survive. She technically has a little bit of immortality, and that's why her and Immortal get along so well, even though I don't think she could live as long as he can. You know, they say it's immortality, but is it immortality if you can die of old age? I don't know. Would you go more with invulnerability or something? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if I'm right or wrong about that. But anyway, yeah, I know. And again, I remember I got like so many views on that video, like just because that's what he said. Like, you know, she was like, I played that scene and I just had that kid going, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bullshit. You know, again, I'll try and link it to the video or something, but yeah, check it out. But anyway, I'm glad I'm not the only one who hates Dupli-Fraught, because I felt like for the longest time I was the only one. But yeah, I'm really interested to hear what your girl Tune says, and yeah, I still got to finish editing Invincible, so let's get to this, man. And remember, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and dirty content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, it's time for my Patreon for my latest reactions to my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all.
AKA MJ, aka the finest redhead to exist, aka damn, we get it. Can we commence the meeting?
Finest redhead? Calm down.
You see, this is why nobody likes you on your show, including your husband. At least I got a husband, not cheating my man every chance I get.
What? Why Rogue?
I know Miss
What's wrong with Rogue?
From Magneto, and indecisive two-time and musty ass there at the window Bella ain't talking. Damn, sugar, she went after you harder than me. She's just salty that almost every version of her is trash.
No!
We are inaugurating a new member to the roundtable, trifling as women.
I was literally going to defend Mary Jane from Spider-Man 1994 series, but let's not forget that one time she jumped off a building and she's like, I just wanted to make sure you would catch me, Peter. After he proposed to her. It even kind of like had the air of, will you marry me, MJ? And then she just jumps off a fucking building. Is like, I'd rather die. But, you know. Ooh, I think that's what it kind of implies that it was. Like, remember, you don't think about that shit when you're a kid, or I bet you just didn't think about that a lot when you were younger. I bet you even the adults were like, yeah, we're not exposed to a lot of this, but ugh. It's kind of like, ugh. I don't even want to say it. Like, but S.A.ing, I swear. I swear people were more scared of that, or no, I'm sorry, pedophilia. People were more scared of that being like, you know, I remember just hearing about the windowless vans and all that stuff. And I feel like people were more scared of that back when I was a kid than, you know, back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s and shit. That's why Albert Fish was able to kidnap so many kids. Ugh. Let's not get into that.
Unfortunately, Felicity and Elena couldn't make it. Something about Vervain and Oliver dying again. And our other member is currently serving a life sentence for her crimes. Let's give a round of applause to our newest member, Dupli-Fraude.
Oh, yeah. Trifling ass bitch. Aye. Offensive side eye.
Damn, so all the old hoes ain't gonna clap for me? Is it immortal clapping your cheeks?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to talk about clapping cheeks. We want to talk about clapping cheeks. Who slept with a geriatric patient only to reject him and her real man dying minutes later, says the woman who fell apart for a 100.
To be fair, Rogue is the least offensive person there, and at least she tried to fight for his memory. She kicked the shit out of Bastion for what he did.
100-year-old vampire and collective funk.
Fuck Bella.
Out a window like a catatonic zombie.
Yes,
says
yes.
The woman who overreacted to Mark being invincible and missed.
You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
If it wasn't for the plot, your ass would have been dead after season 3. What a productive member of the round table. This isn't even a round table, it's a courtroom.
Yeah,
you know, you got a mouth on you, and you're right. This is a courtroom. This is the budget we can afford. And since you like to talk, we're putting you on trial.
What? Watch what happens when a 50-year-old man walks DHT naturally for just 90 days.
Santa Claus.
Day 1. Nothing visible.
In the criminal justice system,
Special.
the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
These are their stories. Bang bang. To be fair, I'm used to the SVU version. Honestly, the criminal intent and or the normal Law and Order, not that used to. Yeah, SVU, man. In the criminal justice system, specially based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives are part of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. I think I forgot something, but yeah, I know somebody in the comments will kill me, but I'll risk it.
Come back to the world of...
Yeah!
A universe that somehow manages to produce a new hated character every season. We got the big fat bumble of Father Adam who wanted his daughter to forgive a guy who cheated on her.
Oh, he's only gotten worse.
Is invincible.
There was 2.
No, she knew. The fraud that is immortal who loses every fight he's in. But somehow, despite all that competition, none of them have managed to absorb the sheer level of fan hatred directed at one person.
Duplicate. That is deserved. It's actually deserved.
Duplicate. She's collected quite the list of nicknames from the fandom over the years. Some call her Dupli-Ho, others go with Dupli-Fraud, and then there's my personal favorite, Dupli-Bob, because that haircut ain't doing her any favors. And don't get it twisted, I loves me a bob. I love a bob. I'm a bobaholic. Shake that bob. She starts as a side supporting character who gets a little bit of screen time to become the most hated female character, giving Amber a run for her money. The dislike for her character is so intense intense that when it was announced that she would be getting a skin in Fortnite, the reaction from fans was immediate and explosive. Players across social media were asking the same question. Out of every character in Invincible, why her?
Why not the Mauler twins?
For Dupli-Bob. Many fans said that other characters deserve the spotlight first, like our glorious king, Rex.
Yes.
Rest in peace, big dog.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to say this now, too. Why the fuckity fuck has Rex not gotten his own special? You know, and I know why. They squandered it. They squandered it by releasing season 3 first. They should have... Like, they literally put out the Adam Eve special before season 2, right? Why in fuckity fuck's name didn't you make a special before season 3? It would have been perfect because then Rex would have died and we would have known his fucking backstory. Like, come on, people at Amazon. You got the money. Don't tell me Jeff Bezos don't got the money. God, man.
Could have used Kitty or even Conquest.
Yeah.
The backlash got so loud that within a day of the announcement, Dupli-Bob's skin went from something you have to pay for to free. Think about that for a second. A major game pivoted on a skin because the character attached to it was that unpopular.
Wow.
What killed me was that Fortnite had the most useless duo.
Oh no.
Even in the new Invincible game,
they're not even in there.
Still getting dragged.
And so,
I know, right?
wait, what? Wait, what? Invincible variants when? Duplicate versus Battle Beast? Yeah, whoop that! Daredevil! Will she still be there? Oh. Yeah, why aren't there Invincible variants? Knock off Noob Saibot! Holy shit!
Before I unapologetically tear it to pieces,
Wow.
we should probably talk about Duplicate's past, because as much as I clown on Dupli-Bob, her backstory is actually
tragic.
pretty rough. Kate and her twin brother Paul were born with the ability to duplicate themselves. They literally came out the womb with the power to multiply. Their mama died.
To be fair, also, I don't think I hate anybody from the show that much. I am never, like, even as much shit as I talk about Kate, I don't hate her because, again, she still has pulled her own weight at times. The only thing, and I don't know if she's going to mention this in the video, but in the comics, some little things go down. Adam Eve, you know, she talks about... Oh my God, I want to smack her after this. She talks about, you know, she's like, no man, like she was literally like saying all this nice stuff to Mark and Adam Eve. They went there as a couple, but then the outside, they're actually talking about some real shit. And Duplicate, you know, mind you, she fucked her ex-boyfriend, and she goes and she says, man, that girl needs to like work on her attitude because she never gonna find a man. I'm like, oh my God, you fucking bitch! Like, And I know they're gonna do that in the show. It's just a matter of time. It's actually gonna be after this whole thing. It probably might be at the end of the season. You know? It's ridiculous, too.
Giving birth to them, leaving their father to raise the twins alone. And at first, it was just two kids, manageable. But once their powers started kicking in, things got
crazy,
complicated. Because suddenly, it wasn't 2 kids anymore. It was 10,
18.
then 20, then however many copies decided to pop up that day. Imagine thinking you're raising twins and waking up one morning to discover you're responsible for entire daycare. Unsurprisingly, their father eventually had a mental breakdown, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, trying to manage it all. After he was taken away, Kate and Paul were placed into government custody, and if you've seen enough superhero stories, you already know what that means. Training, experiments, combat drills. Instead of being treated like kids, they were basically molded into human weapons, harsh conditions, constant pressure, and the expectation that their powers will eventually serve the state. Which, to be fair, is pretty on brand for how governments treat superpowered people in these stories. They should count their lucky stars that they were born in the Invincible universe. Can you imagine they fell into the hands of Amanda Waller?
Oh!
I pray for anyone who gets the attention of Amanda Waller. Paul eventually had enough.
Oh! baby. As a baby, her and Paul will be sent in with chips in their neck. I'm telling you. That is exactly what a Waller would do. If she found them when they were babies, immediate chips in their necks. It's ridiculous. Okay. Fine. Again, this is why I don't necessarily hate. I mean, again, I don't abhor or really horribly hate. Even Amber, I've even said before, like Amber got too much hate, and she kind of redeemed herself in season 2, you know. And I didn't appreciate the fact that people weren't giving her a chance because she did improve. She did improve in season 2, and she had a legit. They had a legit reason, and they broke up. But they're still like joining. Like they're still like, oh, I hate this bitch. And I'm like, oh my god, it's not even that serious. Duplicate is still here.
Realizing they were being used, he escaped the facility and struck out on his own. He later became an assassin and joined a group known as the Order. Kate, however, didn't go with them. Whether it was loyalty, fear, or just a different sense of purpose, she stayed. By the time she was a teenager, Kate stepped into the superhero world under the name Duplicate and eventually joined a young hero team known as Teen Team. Teen Team. You know, because the name Teen Titans was definitely already taken.
Yeah.
And now that we're caught up on Dupli-Bob's tragic past, let's dive into why almost everyone in the Invincible fandom hates Kate. When there's a race of alien annihilating colonizers, Nolan, who beat the living shit out of his son and reconstructed his face, and Jimmy Neutron's big brain cousin, who's a multiverse jumping Invincible hater.
Hey, really? I'm sorry. I think Jimmy Neutron is smarter than Angstrom Levy. Let's not kid ourselves. They, like, if he just went like think. I don't think Jimmy would actually fall for the shit that Angstrom actually fell for. You know? And let's not forget, I think that the brain is just for show. He's not actually that smart. Yeah, he's a genius, but he's not super smart. I don't understand. Like, it always, the implication was that, like, Angstrom, like, had all the brains of all the Angstroms in one of his head, but he's still no smarter for it. If he was actually that smart, he would have fucking remembered that Invincible was not to blame for all this. But no, he's got to destroy Mark.
The end for Dupli-Fraud was her cheating scandal with Rex. Now, objectively speaking, this isn't the worst thing anyone's done in this universe, but morally, still a shitty thing to do overall. So Big Red pulls up at HQ and sees Bob exiting the shower. Dupli-Bob gets flustered as she's currently getting mind control. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Mind control in the shower. Big Red takes a look inside the shower and sees not y'all bumping uglies at work. In Bob's defense, Rex lied to her that Eve was now dating Invincible and that he and Eve were officially done. But I gotta throw out the defense, because even if Rex and Eve did break up, they only been separated for what? A couple of hours? A day at most? You're telling me you're that quick to hop on Rex's piece? Even if Bob and Big Red aren't friends, they're still co-workers on the same team. If I learned that my homegirl just broke up with her bae, my first instinct would be to see if he could explode inside of me. There's an unspoken rule in basically every social circle. You don't get together with your friend's ex after they immediately break up. You don't get together with your friend's ex at all.
It's true. Hang on. Do not talk to each other's crush or girl or boyfriend. Never tell anyone each other's secrets. Never choose a guy over each other. Don't fight over a guy. And don't date another's ex or crush. I have seen so many girls break each and every single fucking one of these codes.
With your friend's ex after they immediately break up. You don't get together with your friend's ex at all.
Yeah.
Now,
y'all girls fuck with the girl code all the time.
When that wasn't the case. Skipping ahead, a month has passed since Omni-Man did reconstruction surgery on Mark's face. And then it fixed itself. Still recovering from that chaos. The hero community is rebuilding, and leadership of the new globe has been handed over to none other than
Duplicate.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, Immortal. I don't know why.
Now, at first glance, that decision kind of makes sense. Back in the early days of the show, it looked like Immortal was being set up as one of the heavy hitters. The guy has centuries of combat experience. He's fought some of the strongest enemies around, and on paper, he should be able to hold his own with the best of them. But as the series goes on, I don't know. that reputation starts to look a little shaky.
That doesn't
Anyway,
count.
after one of the Guardians training sessions, Dupli-Fraud is tired and sweaty and heads off to the showers at HQ. A little while later, Rex also heads towards the showers, and when he hears Kate inside, in a bit of poetic irony, he discovers their relationship the same way Big Red discovered his own scandal earlier by accidentally walking in on them grinding coochies. A lot of people have a problem with Dupli-Bob and the Fraud having sex. They're both consenting adults. Question mark? Like, genuine question. How old is Kate? I tried searching for her age, but all I got is that she's between the ages of 18 through 20.
I think she's in her 20s.
Shit rocked by a 1,000-year-old dusty dinosaur? By all means, that's her prerogative. This wouldn't be the first time in history we witnessed a teenager be down bad for someone 10 times their age.
Bella.
Why are y'all having relations at work? Even if you're off the clock, do that in the comfort of your own home. I got a shower now too. Now I'm stepping all over your juices or whatever other fluids coming out of you. Rex feels betrayed since Bob cheated on him, even though they were never officially together.
Never really.
Kate is so run through, which is unfair of me to say since she's only been with, what, 2 other men?
Yeah.
I can think of 2 popular fictional characters that get passed around more than Bob. Spider-Man and Nightwing.
Ooh.
These 2 are running a train and stuff with half of the women in their universes.
I know we're talking about the girls, though. But yeah, Marvel, first of all, Spider-Man and Nightwing are not the only ones. Need we forget Batman? Need we forget Bruce? Need we forget Clark? Superman! Superman is, like, watch Smallville. The guy fucks around a lot. Watch freaking Smallville especially. Or at least Tom Welling's Clark really got around. He didn't sleep with everyone. He started fucking making out with like so many of them. Like seriously, I swear each season he makes out with a different woman. Watch Smallville again. I'm not playing.
And I believe that's the real reason why Dupli-Kate gets so much hate from the fandom. It comes down to something pretty simple. People know someone like her in real life. She isn't a world-ending villain. She isn't an alien conqueror. She's something a lot more familiar and for many viewers, a lot more irritating. Kate comes across as cold, detached, and focused primarily on her own needs. When conflicts happen, she rarely shows much sympathy for how other people feel. Instead, she tends to move forward as if nothing happened, which can make her seem dismissive or emotionally distant. Similar to Big Bag Adam, we have witnessed or are familiar with a verbally abusive father. Because while most of us will never meet a powerful race that could put belt to ass on any one of us, almost everyone has dealt with someone who seems completely unconcerned with the fallout of their own actions. That familiarity makes the frustration feel personal, which brings us to season 2 of Invincible in the moment that shocked a lot of viewers: Bob's death. Kate, bless her heart, for some reason thought it was a good idea to attack Komodo Dragon, the guy who is solid muscle and eats hit after hit after hit from Immortal. Now, while I do make jokes about the Fraud, he is a solid heavy hitter.
Yes.
Dragon can take hits against someone like Immortal. What the hell was Bob gonna do? She's getting her shit back. She spams in her clone. One hops in the air only to get snatched by the neck. Punches another clone for the skull, tearing a limb off. It was a bloody massacre. She makes 3 more clones. I don't know why she didn't make 10 like she did earlier back in the elevator.
And again, I was so mad at this. I was so mad. I was always, I mean, even in my reaction, watch my reaction. The reaction would be right up there. I was always wondering, why didn't you make like 15 million of them? You can do it. And just dogpile this motherfucker. It would have happened eventually, or at least get a bunch of them, grab a bunch of, get more people. But, she seemed to be weird with her clones in that battle. But she could have made so many clones that it would have at least held at least some of his body parts together, hold his windpipe, strangle him, and you can kill him that way. Like, you literally have superiority in numbers. I don't understand how you can't, like, her brother uses his powers a lot more effectively than she does. It's crazy.
Bob, now locking in, starts the ultimate ancient art of jumping.
Fight bait! Yeah, see? Made more. You should have made more.
While hyping her up, I I slowly realized she was doing little to zero damage on Dragon. He lost nothing in his health bar.
I know, right?
Punches most likely feel like a butterfly grazing him. And this is the part of the episode that got everybody in the Invincible community heated. After Dragon easily packed up her clones, Bob, instead of making more, creeps away in disbelief.
Yeah.
Mind you, girl had
That's what pissed me off too.
Slinking away, but nah, she allows herself to get grabbed. Glorious King Rex sees her in danger and tries to help, but Bob manages to kick Dragon, only for him to brush aside that weak-ass kick and smashing the original Kate with her clone, effectively killing her. Fatality.
It wasn't. It didn't even kill her. It didn't even kill her.
With Rex and Ray barely surviving. Next, we're at the funeral for Bob.
It's so hard
to say goodbye to yesterday.
This is a tragedy, but cut forward to the end of season 2 and it's revealed that Dupli-Fraud had always kept an OG copy hidden away in a remote location and sworn to herself if her copies died on the job, she'll hang up her costume forever and dip to live an ordinary life. She couldn't because all she thought about was her geriatric dinosaur and not wanting him to think she was dead and that he failed her. What bothers me is that she only told him and only him. It's not like she had a group of people who value her.
Oh, that's right.
Believing their lack of action or what they could have done differently during the mission could have prevented said death. Like, I understand Immortal is her senior citizen guilt, but it irks me that she chose to only inform the fraud, a guy she's only been messing around with for like what,
few months,
3 episodes max, and not her friends on Team that she's known for years. If I was Cecil, I would have told her, nah, you better pay back that funeral money. Do you not know how much funerals cost?
No, I disagree. The only person that she knew for a while was Rex. And girls, let's be honest. I've been through a lot of them. They will forget you once they're done with you. You know, they say that guys like go through girls and whatever. Girls will just like, once somebody better comes along or they feel is better, they'll just walk right the fuck out without a word. So, yeah, it's I fucking.
See, so I would have told her, nah, you better pay back that funeral money. She's known for years. If I
the Rex, like, again, was old dick for her, and the only Shrinking Ray was new to the group. Remember, I think, like, if you watch the fucking auditions, she was new to the group. She wasn't even a part of Team. She was, I think, maybe a different team, or maybe she was a solo act. I don't know. Why do you think she's not even in season 4 right now? Like, they just went like, oh, she's gone. But she's going to come back soon. She'll come back soon, I'm sure. Because I know the other Shrinking Ray in the comics actually came back, or somebody took up the mantle. I don't remember. No, she died. He died. So really, she doesn't have to come back at all. She could have just been like, oh, I'm retired. What is she gonna do? Shrink?
See, so I would have told her, nah, you better pay back that funeral money. Do you not know how much funerals cost?
Yeah.
Hell, she didn't even tell her brother Paul, who was going into town on Rex, who was blaming her death.
Poor Rex.
She pulls up with her dinosaur to scold her brother, talking about you of all people should know. We are hard to kill. Bitch, you received a Mortal Kombat fatality and a whole ass funeral. Of course it was believable to others. Rex
it was season 3.
Pissed the hell off.
It was season 3.
Man thinking you were dead, that it was his fault and he should have done more. Her reckless action of not informing her brother, hey dumbass, I'm still alive, but I'm keeping it on the hush.
How is she?
Almost got Rex's body.
Yes, but again, to be fair, your girl, she, how is she going to reach him in prison? She going to call the prison and let everybody else know that she's alive? Even though, okay, fine. Actually, no, it doesn't make any sense because, yeah, she's going to inform the goddamn prison, and what are they going to do? She wasn't even in hiding. Like, or I don't understand why she was even in hiding in the first place. It's not like the freaking Lizard League was going to come after her. It was probably who called for them and got wherever the fuck she was.
It was a shitty move having your friends believe
you're
dead while you're happily chilling in the mountains while getting dicked down by Grandpa.
You let
Me and Ray think you were dead?
Yes.
You think I care? Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look at me.
Yeah.
No, Sheree.
Yeah.
Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look.
Yeah, she.
Why are you looking over the side for?
Bitch.
What's so interesting over there? Girl,
Her brother.
You have the nerve to stare Rex in the eye because she knows she's in the wrong. The fraud comes to her defense saying,
It was her decision. She wanted to disappear for a while.
You know what's really funny too? Like, you know, it makes Rex seem even more vulnerable because I'll be honest with you. Oh my god, I know I'm having a lot to say or whatever, and I know you guys maybe not. You know what? F you. Yeah, it made Rex look even more sympathetic because this bitch just treated him like trash, like a spare dick. If anything, you can't make it's not out of the entire realm of possibility that she actually saw Rex and Eve together, was jealous and broke them up on purpose because she never fucked Rex again after that, suspiciously.
I don't give a fuck.
we're later back in HQ with Mark having
Here we go.
a dispute with Cecil.
Here we go.
We're done.
Samson tells them to get the cleaning while Ray, looking at the blood, has PTSD for a near-death experience with the Lizard League.
Yeah.
This leads to an argument about Mark and Cecil. A lot of back and forth happens until Bob opens her mouth and says 16 words that hammers the final nail in her coffin.
I died for this. I went through just as much as you and
No, you did not!
You lied! More even.
Yes. No! More. That was what really pissed me off. She goes, more even. I'm like, shut your bitch ass up! I'd spit on your face if I was there.
Dupli-Fraud. You
Yes.
had your OG hiding out in the cut, perfectly safe. You were never in actual danger. Dupli-Ho has the nerve to be after scolding people who are rightfully calling her out on her hypocritical bullshit. Every single person in that room has come close to death and was prepared to embrace it. She has no room to say she's been through more when Rex lost a hand, took a bullet to the skull, and 1v3 the remaining Lizard League, while Ray had her bones crushed while inside Dragon, and spent 3 months in the ICU to put herself back together. And despite that traumatizing experience,
She's
Rex and Ray get up every day.
She has
put
the
one foot in front of
audacity.
the other, and
She
they try
has the
best they
audacity.
can. Bob really tried to lecture people, but I'll give her a little leeway. When Bob says she died for this, every clone she creates isn't just a disposable copy, it's a fully conscious extension of herself. Her mind exists in all of them simultaneously. She experiences everything they experience, moment by moment, as if she was living multiple lives at once. Kate's consciousness has effectively lived through hundreds of lifetimes worth of experiences. Kate's
And she's still not smart.
less like indifference and more like the exhaustion of someone who has already lived far more than most people ever will. Throughout the series, Kate's clones are frequently destroyed in brutal ways, torn apart in combat, crushed, blown up, decapitated, or otherwise eliminated.
Yes, that is fine. That is all fine and good, but you're ignoring the fucking thing here. You're ignoring the truth here. The fact that she has gone through all these things and make her cold, it's all fine and good. It makes her unfeeling or, you know, not willing to care about others' feelings. It's all fine and good. But then when she's finally confronted or in an argument and she's like, oh, I died for this. I'm like, bitch, you don't even care that you died. What is wrong with you? It is a non-factor. You are a non-factor. You are never in any danger, as she said. So no, I disagree. I don't think she deserves any leeway on that at all. Because, again, technically, she was unscathed.
For most viewers, those deaths initially register as a tactical loss, nothing more than the destruction of expendable copies. Kate feels every single death.
Yeah.
Each one is another version of herself dying, sometimes violently, sometimes painfully, and all those moments remain in her memory, a telepathic link experiencing everything with no way to stop it. I'm surprised and honestly impressed she hasn't had a mental crash out yet.
Yeah.
For Bob, it's basically Groundhog Day stuck in an infinite loop of dying. The series has long explored the psychological strain of extended lifespans through characters like Omni-Man and the Immortal, showing how living for centuries can distort a person's worldview and emotional stability. Kate represents a different version of that idea. Someone who hasn't just lived for a long time but has died countless times as well. Again and again, Kate sends her duplicates into danger, fully aware of the suffering those moments will bring her. Heroism in her case means willingly enduring repeated deaths in order to keep others alive. Through Mark's story, the show explores how devastating it could be to sacrifice oneself for the greater good. While Mark risks his life in battle, Kate knowingly experiences thousands of deaths in pursuit of the same goal. And let's be honest, if any of us had the power of duplication, you telling me you wouldn't tuck away their original and have your copies fight for you?
Yeah.
If you said, no, you're a real one, I guess I'm just a puss. However, as much as I can sympathize with the pain of experiencing and feeling her clone's deaths, I can't let the rest of what she does slide. Her personality is utter garbage.
Yeah.
Instead of showing understanding for her teammates, she frequently acts as though their struggles are trivial compared to hers. The result is a person that is indifferent, impatient, and at times openly condescending. And it's like, damn, Bob, we get it. You've been through some shit, but that doesn't excuse your actions or your shit attitude.
So, for you Sopranos fans, she's basically Phil Leotardo. I went into the can for 10 years.
Especially when you and your grandpa stay losing every fight you're in.
Literally.
Well, just as I thought. Trash.
Word on the street is the moment Immortal got together with Dupli-Fraud, his losing streak went up 100%.
Word on the street?
Complaint fans have with Duplicate. She stays taking a constant L.
Yeah.
It feels even more disrespectful when she has the most busted OP superpower in fiction when used correctly. Name 10 people in different shows, movies, and games who use their cloning ability 100 times better than Dupli-Fraud.
Fucking Multiple Man! Multiple Man from goddamn X-Men did it better. Oh my god. Have you ever read the Ultimatum wave? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ultimatum? Like, God. And not only that, like X-Men, fucking X-Men 3, The Last Stand, Brett Ratner came up with an idea that was actually pretty fucking good. You know?
The GOAT, Naruto, he summoned 1,000 clones when Naruto got bodied, tore that ass up. Next, we got twice from My Hero, Sadman's Parade, who created clones of himself. Then those clones created clones of themselves. Then those clones create clones of themselves. And with the help of Himiko, they were clapping the heroes. Who echo from Ben 10. These little guys know how to jump and overwhelm someone properly. Reverse Flash, the pettiest hater alive, uses his super speed to make after-image copies of
I forgot about that.
Majin Buu, legendary. Vlad from Danny Phantom makes it look like it's child's play. Billy Numerous from Teen Titans. Jack as a baby has better use of his cloning ability. Her beast of a brother Multi-Paul jumped Rex and Mark and easily escaped prison with no issues. Even Bloody Harry from the Wolf of Wall Bob.
Yeah!
Tier characters that appropriately use their duplication ability.
He's garbage when it matters. He's garbage.
Speaking of her beast of a brother, the introduction of Paul only further showed fans that Bob either doesn't know how to fight with her clones or is just straight buns. Like,
you know what? Why? Because like she's been using her power safely. Paul actually went out there and experienced ways to kill people with his powers.
I mentioned much earlier, Kate is a supporting hero. Her powers are incredibly useful in a tactical sense. She can overwhelm opponents, control crowds, and support teammates by creating multiple fighters at once. She's not meant to be the powerhouse of the group. She's the kind of hero who makes everyone else more effective. But when Paul shows up, the contrast in fighting styles becomes impossible to ignore. Paul is far more aggressive and brutal with his abilities. His clones rush enemies, overwhelm them, and throw themselves into danger without hesitation. It shows how the two siblings view their powers. For Paul, his duplicates are tools. They're expendable extensions of his ability, a means to accomplish a goal. If one of them is destroyed, it doesn't seem to bother him in the slightest. Just like his sister, he feels his clone's pain. Bob, on the other hand, sees her duplicates very differently.
It's an excuse.
These copies aren't disposable weapons, they're herself. When one of them is injured or destroyed, she she feels it personally. We see that perspective early on in the show when Bob becomes visibly offended after Rex dismisses her duplicates as,
"They're not even the real Kate."
We're all the real Kate.
To him, they're just copies. To her, they're still part of who she is. When he appears later in the story, he shows almost no concern for the fate of his duplicates. At one point, he even abandons one of them to be captured and imprisoned, seemingly willing to let that copy serve a lifetime behind bars while he escapes. It's a moment that perfectly illustrates the divide between the siblings. At the end of the day, it's all about pain tolerance. How much pain can you take?
Pain.
Paul went through more pain.
Except I wasn't dead, you idiot. And I saved the country from getting nuked. Listen.
Flashback.
Yeah, you did not save shit! Rex did everything!
You got knocked the fuck out.
Man.
End of flashback.
Like, let you said more even. Rex took down 2 of the goddamn people who were there fighting. 3! He took everybody down! Rex himself took everyone down. Like, legit. Rex took down Komodo Dragon, the scratchy bitch, I don't remember her name. Yeah, the only one who actually was killed was, by somebody else, was Shrinking Ray. Dupli-Kate did nothing but die. She was useless, and a guy who got shot in the head did more than she did. Think about that. This is exactly why I'm pissed about that. Again, I didn't care about nothing. I didn't even care about her fucking immortal. If anything, it was kind of karma, and it grounded Rex. Nothing. If anything, it made Rex a better character because it finally put things in perspective for him. That whole thing saying that I did more than most of them, fuck you.
I feel like if she worded it differently, I believe people wouldn't have reacted so negatively. She made it sound like she single-handedly stopped the nuke herself when it was the GOAT Rex.
Yes, it was Rex.
So I don't know why she's trying to take credit for something she didn't do.
Nothing.
The rest of season 3, we see Bob getting easily folded with her usual strategy of only 4 clones trying to run up on the biggest threat in the room only to get clapped.
You could did a million of them.
Do much other than amplify the show's already brutal gore factor. Then comes the chaos of the Invincible War. When
useless.
multiple variants of Mark Grayson begin putting belt to ass on the planet, nearly every hero gets overwhelmed. In fairness to Bob, this is one of those situations where everyone was getting jumped. Even the heavy hitters were struggling to keep up. So while Bob isn't particularly effective during the conflict, it's hard to argue that she would have made a massive difference anyway. After the Invincible War, Mid-Mortal was decapitated, which seems like an ongoing theme for him. He unfortunately survived his injuries and proposed to Dupli-Fraud, and now both are retiring. Should I care? Outside of getting clapped in every fight, their presence really shifted the outcome of major battles.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I've given this.
Bye. Bye.
This. Be nice. I'm finding it.
Yeah.
It take you that long.
He raised an eyebrow.
Given this world enough.
Oh, he did raise an eyebrow. Wow.
That long to find
does. It does.
Given what exactly? A legacy of elves? Both have a happily ever after romance when we all know it should have been Ray and Rex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not see them in season 4. At the
You
end
will.
of the day, Dupli-Kate takes the lead as the most hated female character as of right now. But knowing Invincible,
Anissa.
another one will pop up eventually.
Anissa.
I realized I was dragging and defending Bob at the same time. I hope I did a halfway decent job. Well,
Yeah, you did good
I
job.
wish you nothing but the best with your geriatric guilt future hubby, and please, for everything that is precious in the world, stay retired.
Yes.
Do not come back in the hero gig. Order!
You're useless.
Order in the court. Seeing this overwhelming evidence against you, how shall we proceed?
Electric chair.
Alright, put it next door to Wonder Bread. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and notification.
Oh. Yeah, my God, man. Oh. I'm telling you, Dupli-Kate gets me so mad. It's not even funny. But yeah, you're gonna see her in season 4. Don't you worry. Yeah, but you know, she mostly stays retired, her and Immortal, because what the hell can they do now at this point? She's absolutely right. I agree with everything she said. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? Yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say in the video, and yeah, they're going to find her, and they're going to include that scene. You watch, and you know, they're going to be like, "Oh, yay! We get to see Immortal and Kate!" Ho ho ho! But no. You're going to be so mad at that scene, I'm telling you. So, yeah, not much else to say. I'll see you all in the next episode. And remember, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions. Sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And I'll see you all later.